My father's Jewish. 17 years old, I looked for something. I learned about Judaism and stuff like that, but it never stuck with me, is when I took my Shahada. When I was around 4 years old, my mother, she won her way, and my father was a single parent to me and my brother, my younger brother. It was hard. My dad he was around, but he wasn't around, and we were moving from place to place. And he's a very family-oriented person. He's very grounded. He's very open-minded because he came here when he was such a young, at a young age. And it was interesting. Like I said, when I came from Miami to Toronto is when we kind of learned more about our father's side. My grandmother, his brother, his sister, they live here in Toronto, and my father, and myself and my brother and my uncle were the only ones there. Things became a little bit more stable. I had my father's family, but it was nice coming here. You got the sense of family, you got the sense of, having the, different kind of cooking and religion. Like my father's Jewish, so here and there for high holidays we'd go to the temple. I didn't have a religion, right? Like I just did what my father's family did, which was go to the synagogue on only high holidays. They do a Friday night, it's called a Shabbat dinner. So we did that, which was a sense of being together with the family. But religiously, I didn't know too much. I didn't really understand too much. Nothing was ever explained. And because I wasn't actually considered a Jew in Judaism, because my mother's not Jewish, I never went to like a Hebrew school or ever went to any kind of classes or anything like that. I never converted. I had a fear when I was younger of death. And when my father was sick, I was 9, 10 years old, I would ask some kind of questions, but I didn't know. I believed that there was something that I had to make myself believe, that there was something, that he wasn't just going to be put in a hole and the world was going to continue on. But when I was in high school, I would have like kind of nightmares of death and stuff like this. So I actually signed myself up at a program called NCSY, and it's basically Torah classes on Thursday, and you learn about Judaism. And I went there and I thought I needed some stability in my life too that would give me some kind of guidance. When I was in Florida going back and forth, I dropped out of high school. I was just hanging out, doing all kinds of, crazy things, experimenting with my life. And I came back to Toronto, and I decided I really needed a change. I needed something with some kind of morals and values in my life that I didn't have prior to that. My dad was very lenient on a lot of things, and I got away with whatever. And I felt like, I know at 17 years old, I grew up, and I looked for something. I learned about Judaism and stuff like that, but it never stuck with me. I wasn't serious. And then I met a sister in high school. They moved from Scarborough to North York, and it was her sister, and her brother. And they would speak to me. Like I asked, why do you cover your hair? Like I'm Persian, but my dad is Jewish, and stuff like this. And she spoke to me about Islam. And my brother-in-law also, you're in high school, guys talk to girls and whatnot. But he wouldn't talk to me. Like I would ask him questions and he would kind of shrug it off and he wouldn't answer me. And then someone told me, because Muslim guys, they don't talk to girls. And it was like, wow, it's blown out of the water. Like it was such like a level of respect that maybe I wasn't getting before. So he took me to Islamic Foundation of Masjid, and I went there for a conference they had for like reverts and converts. And I heard like some brothers and sisters' stories. And I was already leading, I had learned a lot. I was already leaning towards it, is when I took my Shahada for Islam. Like I believed it 150%, like it was in my heart. It was something that I couldn't deny was there. And I was 17 years old, and my life changed from there.